On the Dan Gemus team, we were actually one of the first, the first in Windsor, Essex, and we might actually still be one of the only ones to have a full-time media person. In 2013, we brought on our first full-time media role, and that allowed the team to essentially take care of all of its media resources internally. So all of our video tours, all of our community functions and videos were all done internally, which gave us a lot of control and gave us the ability to do a lot more than anyone else had the ability to do.
A unique part of being part of the Dan Gemus Real Estate team is having our own in-house media and marketing team. From my understanding is there's no other team locally or even regionally that has that support on staff. That just gives us the freedom to be as creative as possible, which ultimately puts more money in the pockets of the clients.
So our media and marketing department is basically the icing on the cake for us. They give us that polished professional look with everything that we do. We've actually doubled the size of our media and marketing department this year as well, which has given us more opportunity to go out into the community and get more involved. We're not just about selling homes on the real estate team. We're about building communities, and we're about building genuine relationships in the communities. So our media and marketing department gives us the opportunity to get out there and showcase that for our clients.
So media marketing is very important to the Dan Gemus team. We allocate a lot of our budget to that aspect of the team, and more so than anyone else or any other team in Windsor, Essex. And we've had that role, it's been actually very, very early on, since 2012. It was actually my second hire before the team even started. And I can touch on basically the fact that our listings are very important, and video is important, our Matterport tours are very important, but essentially that's a role that's expected in the business today, right? But for us, the media marketing department is now doing other things, right? We're now focusing on community involvement and community leadership. And so we are creating various series. A series we've had is our Essex County Eats series, for example, our Made in Windsor series, our In Your Community series, that kind of thing, things that can focus on improving our community. And it's important, going back to our video tours and our listings, we want our agents and our sales reps, our sales partners as we refer to them, to have exposure as well, not just the team as a whole, but they get into our listing videos and they host our listing videos, and they get involved with various aspects of our media marketing as well. When I was a sole agent before the team started, again, I was like everyone else in the business. When you're on your own, you are taking your own pictures, you're doing your own paperwork, you're doing everything yourself, which, over 100 tasks to do when you list a property, when you work with a buyer. With the team in place, we have all those things taken care of. So the agents literally have to go to the listing, meet with the sellers or meet with the buyer, sign the initial paperwork, and then that's it. From that point on, the rest of the job is taken care of by the team and its various roles. So our marketing department will take care of the listing photos and the videos. Our office will take care of processing all the paperwork, completing paperwork, getting in touch with the clients to set up our communication with the clients. It's all done through the office. So the agents and the sales partners really get to focus on doing what they do best, and that's building relationships with the buyers and sellers. At the end of the day, we want our realtors to create relationships with their clients in order to make it simpler and easier for them to build their own businesses, right? They're building their business within our business as a team. And so at that point, in years moving forward, it's easier for them to grow and make more money. So branding is extremely important in any business, and the Dan Gemus team has really focused hard on creating its brand, its positive brand in the community, whether it be with our typical billboards or online branding has been huge for us. But on top of that, we also have our radio show, and no other team in Windsor, Essex County or another brokerage can say the same. So we now have our show twice a week on AM 800, the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show, and that gives us the opportunity to really connect with the community and buyers and sellers throughout the marketplace. So whether they're looking to buy or sell today, or whether they won't be ready to buy or sell for a couple of years, we've really created that brand and that trust in the community. And the show launched in, I want to say 2015. And so now we're on every Sunday and every Tuesday, every Sunday morning between 7 and 8 a.m. and every Tuesday night between 7 and 8 p.m. And it gives the community an opportunity to really get to know us as people. And again, that builds the trust. So the agents will join me on the air, and we have, we discuss not only our listings, but that's a small portion of it. We'd like to be able to push the fact that we have our listings and really help our sellers get as much money as possible for their listings. But we have a lot of fun as well. So we'll bring up topics such as some cleaning tips or some staging tips, or just have fun with celebrity real estate stories. And so even if someone is not looking to buy or sell, they still want to listen, and it's everyday tips and topics that really attracts everyone. And the audience has grown drastically, and we're getting phone calls every single week for people wanting to buy or sell because they hear us on the air, and they're avid listeners, and it's lots of fun.
So what's really unique about making videos like the Essex County Eats series is the fact that it really pushes the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team branding. It's the fact that you see the name, the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team, and you say, oh, you know what, I recognize that from the Essex County Eats series, or just seeing the signs all over town. It's just constantly getting that brand out there and constantly promoting that. And I think that's a big advantage of being part of a team like that, is that recognition.
When I started at the Dan Gemus team, I didn't have to take one picture, not one photo. And you know what? It's a really good thing because I'm not very good at it. So we have experts that are on staff, and that's all they do. So they make sure that the photos are done properly, that we have efficient or effective photos, that we have a good cross section of photos, and that they handle the video production as well. So making sure that the lighting is proper, getting the best images and capturing the best shots for a room, and making sure that they're quality photos. Because many times a lot of my clients or a lot of buyers will say, well, gee, I didn't think this is what it was when I looked at the photos. Well, our videographers want to ensure that what you're seeing on our listings is exactly or as close to as possible what buyers will be getting when they enter the building. And we take as many photos as possible. So not only do they just handle that, but they handle the advertising behind the scenes, which is great because social media can be extremely time consuming, and who are we kidding? It's a lot to stay up on what's happening. That element is completely gone. We don't have to worry about that. Our importance is to make sure that our client is satisfied, and we know that it's going to be taken care of on the back end and professionally.
Nobody does advertising like the Dan Gemus Real Estate Team. Honestly, no one does. Even before I joined the team, it was always something that I was very aware of. In fact, I remember when I first started out and I wanted to make my first virtual tour, I actually ended up watching a bunch of the Dan Gemus virtual tour videos, and I was trying to mimic it. Having that much experience and seeing that level of detail right away, I knew without a doubt when I decided to join the team that I was going to get nothing but top-notch advertising for any listings, and my existing clients as well. They spare no detail. The Facebook marketing is hugely instrumental to our success because no one advertises on Facebook like we do. So having that taken care of as an individual advertiser, when I used to advertise on Facebook, $30 doesn't get you very far, and you don't really have the means to be able to do that. So having all of your advertising costs covered is huge because you're reaching so many more people, not having to worry about, your board dues. All you're worrying about is your gas and your car maintenance, and that's it. It makes things really easy, and that's what we need because we're busy, so it's perfect. So what was really interesting to me, and one of my big experiences when I first joined the team, and I went, oh wow, this is crazy. The first listing appointment that I had, we did the intro tour to introduce the property, and Andrew, it took us 5 minutes to record it, and once we did, he's like, okay, you're all done, you can go now. And I just kind of sat there and froze, like, what? That's it? I'm so used to having to be at the house for hours after listing it. Well, not hours, but long enough to be able to take the pictures. You know, you got to book the photographer and then do the virtual tour or the slideshow. And just being able to leave was a moment for me, for sure, because you don't have to worry about it anymore. So that was something.
Another unique feature about the Dan Gemus Real Estate team is we have on staff media and marketing department. So from the picture taking to the video to the 3D walking tours of the home, everything is professionally done. And before we put any listings up, everything is professionally done. And before a listing hits the market, all pictures, video are ready so that when it does hit the market, everyone sees initially right off the bat what this house looks like, if it's going to be fine for their client or for our clients.
Having the media and marketing team on staff is awesome. It's we can offer things to our sellers that other teams or single agents just can't. When we can take the professional videos and photography just with the Essex County Eats, things like that, it really helps the team be recognized in the area, and I think they do an amazing job, and it's great having them on staff.
So what's fabulous about our media and marketing team is that it allows me to do my job a lot better. So instead of running around trying to get pictures and videos where you really don't maybe want me taking your pictures. We've got professionals on the team at all times to help us along the way. So it makes the process go a lot easier, a lot faster, and they're definitely a huge asset to have with us all the time.
Another advantage of having media and marketing in-house is that our turnaround time is able to be a lot faster than having all of our services outsourced. So we're able to produce listings and the media around the marketing a listing almost immediately. The one thing that I really enjoy with on the marketing side is the fact that we know that no one else really does the marketing to the extent that we do. Because we have a media and marketing team, we have the ability to be able to focus on the performance of our adverts. So we know not just what works, but we also know what doesn't work, so we can be as effective as possible with our marketing money and ideally get as many eyes on the listings as possible. Everyone in the office shares the same vision and is pushing in the right direction. So to be a part of that is awesome. Knowing that the agents and the support staff have a very close relationship is great, because it's kind of known in the industry that the support staff and the agents, there's a kind of a distance between them in most industries. But here it's the agents really do see the value of the support staff, and the support staff see the value of the agents in return. Another element on the marketing side is handling all of the social media aspect of the job. So every single home is marketed through most channels of social media, and the agents are trusting us to do that. We know the systems, we know the platforms, we know what works, we know what doesn't work, and we're able to execute that very efficiently. If the agents had to do that themselves, they would have no time to sell houses. So not only are they trusting us to do that, they've learned that we are experts at what we do, and that enables them to sell more houses and do more business. On the marketing side, as far as social media and advertising listings, historically we go through and we review all of the adverts that we have run. So we know what adverts respond well to certain demographics. So we know homes within a certain price range are going to perform very well between certain ages or certain geographic locations as well. So we know that maybe some of the higher end stuff needs to be marketed out of town. So we're able to do all of that, but also retain that information in-house. And rolling out that theory across multiple social media platforms allows us to be really creative and also productive and achieve very high numbers in the amount of people that are able to see your listing. So a big benefit to the media side of the Dan Gemus Real Estate team is that we are able to experiment with lots of different technology, and that allows us to sell your home faster and allows more people to see it. So one of those things includes Matterport, which is a tool we've been using for a few years now, which enables us to capture a 3D model of your home and publish that to the internet, which then also allows people to view that home remotely. The number one feedback you would ever get from an open house or a viewing of a home is, we don't like the layout of the house. By having the tool like Matterport, which takes us a few hours to process when we're in the house, but that time we gain back 10 times on the back end, as when we don't hear the feedback of we don't like the layout of that house, or so people are going into the homes better informed and well equipped with all the information about the house. My job at the Dan Gemus Real Estate team encompasses two main elements. There's the media and the marketing. The media is the media production of selling your home. So the professional photographs, the video, the Matterport, producing that into one media package that goes onto our website and to the MLS and social media, which then enables people to explore your home remotely before they come in, see the home and make an offer. The second side is the marketing side. So not only do we market the homes, specifically targeting demographics that we know would be interested in your home based on geographic location, employment, age, various different things. We're also able to target buyers and sellers for homes very effectively by using social media as well. Again, using demographics that have been tried and tested and we know that work. Another great tool that the Dan Gemus Real Estate team has is the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show. It's a great marketing tool for our listings, but it's also an opportunity to engage with our audience. So the show started 4 years ago on AM 800 as a weekly show, Sunday morning show. That's since doubled to twice a week, and it allows us to build a very good relationship with the Windsor and Essex County, the general public. Lots of people listen to the show, we get great feedback. It not just allows us to market homes more effectively, but it also allows people to build a relationship with us, even though we haven't actually met them. So when they're ready to buy or sell, they feel very comfortable. When they pick up the phone, they almost feel like they know us already. So the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show has been an amazing tool, and everyone on the team loves doing it as well.
All of the online advertising that we do, our fantastic webpage, our videos, it all generates inquiries, either call-ins, a lot of emails, a lot of leads come in that way, wanting more information about the property or wanting to view the property, or even sometimes just general inquiries as far as they're thinking of buying and selling and they liked what they saw. With our photographs, with our different videos and concepts, and they'd like to learn more about what we can do for them.